Hello everyone and welcome to QualityOldGames. Today we are having another video in the How Good is test series, and this time we are going to slip the Dogs of War. And well, of course this test is only for one battle, so it does not take into consideration that the dogs would be replenished for the next battle. So basically we are trying to just unleash all of them, and then we need to bring one of these guys to the back corner so that the enemies are not actually able to rout all of these at once. And then we need to try to kind of switch the enemy formation in such a way, go, that the dogs could get a proper charge to the flank or rear of the enemy. Because these handlers are pretty much useless, and in battle that is, as you can see, they are routing already. Perhaps we need to actually sacrifice that so we could get away with the general. You guys keep going. And how the actual dogs are doing. Fighting against the blob. And it seems a bit bad. So many good boys are dying for no purpose. And perhaps we could get a bit further away with those. So basically the main reason we probably will lose the battle is that all of these handlers rout. Okay. Oh, I hope the dogs actually catch these, because another bad thing about the Wardogs is that if the enemy gets off the battle map, then the dogs will leave it as well. So basically we are running a bit short on time. Then again, if we had released them to the middle of the enemy formation, this wouldn't be an issue, but at the same time I don't think we would have actually broken any of the enemy troops. So yeah. And there they go. And at the same time there goes our slightest chance of performing well in the battle. I think we will give it another try. We did inflict some nice casualties, but let's see if we release them to the middle of the enemy. Can we actually do a bit better over there? And thus we don't actually need to run at all. Because they are changing their formation. Of course, one thing could be to release them against multiple enemies. Okay. Okay. It seems that does not work. Let's give it another try, and this time without triple speed. let's remember to walk. And so much for my not using the triple speed. Okay, and just release. And run. Run, 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 run. Are the dogs released? Yes, they are. And run, 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 all of you, run. So how are we doing? Not that well. Well, these guys are taking some beating. But yeah, it seems that things are not going too well with the Wardogs. So basically, in order to be effective, you need to have some kind of front line to absorb the enemy attack, and then use these dogs as a flanking force to get maximum benefit from their fear factor value, and at the same time, well, perhaps you can release them from the front as well, but you will need to have that something else besides the Wardogs, because, well, as you can see, they just are not cutting it, even against Iberian infantry. So basically we have somewhere some dogs left, but now it comes down to the fighting capabilities of these guys. Okay. That was not quite enough.
He is running away.
So in the first test we had, well, actually this was a bit better. So in the first test we had about 2,300 enemies remaining, so we managed to kill about 100 more. Okay, let's see how we will fare against the elite. If we could release the dogs somehow in such a fashion that some of them could get a flank. Perhaps if we focus on that unit over there. Okay, and get away. Get away. And get away. And get away until you are breaking otherwise. Yeah. So here, yeah, the front is holding rather well of the Urbans, but the flanks, that's an issue for them, clearly. So, and of course they are in reloading stance, so they are getting somewhat skewed by that. So let's just try to get away so the dogs can do what the dogs have to do. What about in here? Yeah, these were just for delaying. They have inflicted 1 casualty, 2, and not much else. But here these 3 might actually decimate this one cohort. Well, actually their facing has changed, so perhaps not. And there they come. And that's it for all of those Wardogs. Okay, a rear charge. To no effect. Perhaps they will fire at the friendlies. Yeah, some damage over there, but not too much. But yeah, I think that was a positive surprise. Because I was kind of expecting a bit worse performance from the Wardogs in this case. Okay, in this case the imperative thing is to be able to release the dogs so that the cavalry actually cannot charge through them. And that might be easier said than done, but let's see. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Ah! Okay. We are doing at least something.
This is no way for a Roman to behave. Shame will be his forever.
Okay.
Your general
Yeah.
runs away.
They were absolutely no match for the cavalry over there. Okay, and we will lose all of these. Run! We still have some dogs left. Okay. Ah, good. I guess a flanking charge. Yeah. Not looking good.
This is no way for a Roman to behave. Defeat is bitter indeed for any Roman. But defeat is only the first step to fresh victories.
Yeah, that was quite clear. Okay, let's see about missile units then. Here I think the archer auxiliars are by far the most dangerous opponent. The point being that whenever one handler goes down, I think actually 4 dogs will go down as well. So we want to release the dogs as fast as possible, especially against that archer auxilia. And then we want to get out of here as fast as possible as usual. Okay. So how are we doing? These are taking a bit of a beating and well, okay. First of the missiles coming, but this time we are not actually worried about that too much because the dogs have already been released, so they don't take casualties when the handlers go down. And thus far the dogs are doing decently enough, though at the same time I think there are some issues about how well we actually will fare in here. Okay, you are rallying. Go over there. We might actually be able to take down a couple of these archer Auxilias. Some Velites as well. So the question is, should we turn to face the enemies or at which point? Because that could mean some extra casualties inflicted. Yeah, they do decently well against unarmored targets, but still, after all, not quite that well.
Better for your general to fall on his sword than live another day. Your general now lies dead because of his foolishness. His
don't go
men will
charging.
lose heart.
Don't. No. Flee. Oh. Yeah, they're taking some. Okay. So basically, the dogs are wasted. One last heroic, not so heroic charge. But yeah, at least some damage inflicted. I've seen time and again that actually Wardogs could be used as a counter to horse archers. Such comments. So let's see how we will actually fare against the horse archers. Then again, in campaign it might be somewhat different matter. I guess we should just release these as fast as possible, so as many as possible are actually released. Then these Parthian horse archers are relatively weak. So, okay. Some of the dogs were released. And they are starting to do something. And more of them were released. That's good. And it seems we are decimating at least one of these horse archer units. And it seems the enemy general is also unable to join the fray. Or rather disengage from it. Then again, even horse archers seem to be able to, actually with AI control, seem to be able to take care of these Wardogs. So, not fully brave new world for the Wardogs.
This is no way for a Roman to behave. Shame will be his forever.
Okay, yeah. Crushing defeat, some casualties inflicted, but not that many. By the way, have you noticed that Wardogs are actually one of the units? I don't know if it's actually unique in that, but they do have different cost in multiplayer and in single player. So in multiplayer it's 570 and in single player it's 680. I guess that somehow to some degree balance the issue with upkeep. Okay, and get away. Go, 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 please go. Guess we are inflicting some casualties, yeah. But that's coming to an end. I guess those are actually Cavalry Auxilia over there. So perhaps this unit has not quite felt the full morale brunt. Okay, that's about to change. And now we have this dismayed at the loss of the battle. Yeah. And it seems they have dealt with the Wardogs. And yeah. One final act, brave act of defiance. Let's take down one. Okay, not then.
But our Roman glory lies in tatters after this defeat.
Yeah, that was quite clear defeat. So, Wardogs got 69 points out of 600 from battles, so clearly indicates that the kind of frontal brawl is not for this unit. Feels like more of a support unit. From requirements, the unit costs 680 in campaign, so that's 27 points out of 50. The upkeep is really small, 50 denarii per turn, so that's 500 for 10 turns, earning it 125 points out of 150. The requirements are city tier 2 stables, so basically the basic variant of stables, earning it 80 points, and the recruitment time is 2 turns, earning it 50 points. Thus, from the requirements, the unit gets 282 points out of 400. Thus, the total score is 351 out of 1000, making the unit pretty much on par with Iberian Infantry, actually a bit below it, regarding the overall score. But I think this test actually did not do fully justice for the Wardogs, especially because you can replenish those dogs between each battle. So thus I think they would have been able to get some additional value, but in very hard difficulty I don't think that they are actually the best unit of choice for your campaign overall, despite you being able to seize them in sieges and replenishing those Wardogs. But yeah, that's the results from this test and my thoughts about it. What do you think? Do you agree or disagree? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below, and thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you want to support the channel, consider becoming a channel member, and very special thanks to existing channel members Napoleon Complex, Cossack Hussar, Mark Anthony, Bluey Eye Wolf. Your support is greatly treasured. Have a great rest of the day. QualityOldGames out.